What's up guys, it's Eraser here, and today, this is my full Maschine Easter egg guide. Alright, a little bit of nonsense here, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna plug my Twitch, because when I don't have a new video out, I might be streaming, and I'm definitely gonna be streaming zombies a lot, but I don't just stream zombies. We're gonna be doing some round 100 soon, so go check me out on Twitch, and yeah, back to the guide. Alright, so what I recommend doing is staying in the spawn room until about round 8, and you want to spawn in with the knife to maximize your points. Once it's round 8, you want to leave and you'll have about 15,000 points, and that's enough to get all the doors. And for perks, I recommend buying Stamina Up and Speed Cola, since I recommend doing the Casket Easter egg, and there you can get free jug. Alright, you know the drill. Go and turn on power and hit the 2 buttons on the terminals. Alright, next up, you need to buy a Gallo. You're going to keep this for the rest of your game just because it's super busted, and then shoot the box under the plane. I'm not going to go in depth on how to do the upgrades just because I already have a whole video on how to do the upgrades. Next, you're going to want to enter the Dark Aether as soon as you can, because we're just going to be getting things done as efficiently as possible. Once in the Dark Aether, go over and pick up your fuse, then go down the Aether tunnel marked on your map, so you can grab your Pack-a-Punch piece, so you can build the Pack-a-Punch. Once out of the Dark Aether, do the Casket Easter egg, which I have a tutorial up on my channel right now that's actually doing pretty well, so go check that out, so you can see how to get a free ray gun and Juggernog. Now we need to build the Aether scope, so head into the Dark Aether portal that's in main power room, and I believe sometimes the back of pond. Once in the Dark Aether, go to this little area where you can pick up an Aether scope part. You need to pick up 2 more parts, so I'll show you those now. The next part in my game was in the yard or spawn. By the way, every time you pick up a part, dogs will spawn, so just make sure to clear those out so you're not overwhelmed. The last part was on the plane. Just a heads up, these can be in any number of order, but it's always going to be these spots. But you could get your first part on the plane, and then the second one in a particle accelerator. You get the gist of it. Also make sure to have your Megaton shoot this tree, because I forgot to, and I had to later on. But like I said, for the upgrades for the Die Shockwave, just make sure to go watch my video, which goes like in depth on upgrading all of them. And you need all 4 upgrades for this Easter egg. That same upgrade guide also shows you how to get a free Die Shockwave, which obviously you want to do for this since you need all 4 upgrades, and you can just hot switch out all the upgrades, so don't worry about that. Next, we need to actually assemble the Aether scope, so head down to the particle accelerator behind Pack-a-Punch, and there you can craft your Aether scope. Now head into the medbay and interact with this Dark Aether portal. Then start heading into the computer room because you're going to have to pick up Dr. Vogel's diary. Now, once in the Dark Aether, pick up his diary, and then you can drop down and interact with a blue orb. Once you interact with this orb, it'll turn into a ghost. Give the ghost the diary, and it'll start talking. You have to interact with 2 more orbs. Your next orb is located in the control room. Just head to the right side and interact with this orb. Now head down to the particle accelerator for your last orb. Just interact with it twice, and then just wait to be teleported out of the Dark Aether. Once you're out of the Dark Aether, head back to that same computer room, and you're going to enter a password. This password will allow you to build the electric and fire upgrades. And let me say this again, please go check out my tutorials on how to do all the upgrades, because I didn't want to put them in this video, because I didn't want to make the video too long. Alright, once you have all your upgrades, head into the medbay and shoot these things coming off the tube. 1 with gas, 1 with electric, another with fire, lastly 1 with ice. You don't have to do it in this order, I just did it in this order. Now we have to obtain the wrench. So head into this little area next to the medical bay and particle accelerator and enter the Dark Aether portal. Now head up to the top deck of the med bay. Once you're in the Dark Aether, you should see a blue orb like the ghost. Interact with it and 2 Russian soldiers will pop out. Just wait until you're back in the normal world and then you can pick up a wrench. Once you have the wrench, go to the yard or spawn, and then just hold interact on this tank to repair it. A zombie will pop out and you have to kill it. Now grab an explosive and put it on or near the tank and blow it up. The tank will then fire. Head to the crash site and then you'll find this gold ball. Take this gold ball down to the medical bay and put it in this red glowing box. Alright, now you need to kill a Megaton so it's split. You need to run the splits under the tube and suck them up one at a time. If you have 2 Megatons split at a time, you cannot mix and match the splits. It needs to be 1 Megaton split. Alright, now you need to get set up for the boss fight, because there's one more step after this, or about 2, and then it's boss fight time. So make sure you have all your perks, make sure you got your die upgrades and your weapon packed, make sure it's a Gallo or a ray gun packed, but you probably don't have a ray gun because of the glitch. Now head into the computer room and hold interact on the computer. This will start merging the subjects into Orlov. At the end of the merge, Orlov will start talking, and then at the end of that, he will say must break free. He breaks free from containment, and then you have to go find him. Now head into Noct, and once you're in Noct, go downstairs to the living room, and then you can enter the Dark Aether. Once you're in the Dark Aether, you have to go to this blue orb. I don't think that there's any other spawns. I could be wrong. I will pin a comment saying the other spawns if there are ones. While Ghost Orlov is talking, just run around outside, and I recommend having 1 or 2 zombies alive to make this just a little bit easier on yourself. Once Orlov's done, you'll be teleported out and he'll drop a family photo. Take that family photo and you'll be teleported into the Dark Aether again, but you'll also be teleported to the particle accelerator. Give Orlov the family photo to start the boss fight. I recommend having the Electro Bolt and a Gallo, packed at least level 2. And once he's done doing this, he'll go around shutting different things down. There will be 3 things he has to shut down, and you have to protect him during all of this. You'll mostly be using your Electro Bolt to take out Megatons, zombies, and hounds during all of this. Make sure to have your Aether Shroud, and if you pop it early, that's fine. You're definitely going to be getting a lot of charge while you're doing this. It's just nice to have Aether Shroud when doing the exit. You'll know you're done when Weaver and Orlov are telling you to leave now. You can now leave the area, but these blue lasers will come up, and watch out because these blue lasers can basically one-shot you. Be careful with your pathing because you can be an idiot like me and get cornered by a laser and zombies. As you can see there, I barely scraped it out with 8 health, but I did have some armor. Now what you're going to want to do once you have reached the surface is you're just going to want to run down to the exfil site, and once you get down there, Raptor 1 will lower, and then you can enter. And once you have entered the helicopter, you're safe. Congratulations, you have completed the Maschine Easter egg. This Easter egg is made for newcomers, so if you're not the best zombies player, this shouldn't actually be too hard for you to accomplish. I think they did a great job with this map, and yeah, thank you guys for watching.